Bro, so look, we got hoopties, but we got assets.
Cash card game. So what are we doing today, Benjamin?
We are closing on a property, JV deal. Well, not a JV deal, just a regular wholesale deal. But my man, Junior, got his first deal. This will be his first deal, so it's a milestone for sure, and a milestone for us as well. This will be our first short-term rental, so we have some big things coming for sure. Space City Suites.
Yeah, for Christmas.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's $100,000, you know?
Alright guys, so unfortunately I got a freaking flat tire. If you guys know my struggle, I always have tire issues. I drive a cash car and I just started smelling smoke. So I'm gonna go get this taken care of and then go meet Ben at the property. It's always something. Alright guys, so we had a hiccup in my plans. So the other property I'm going to show you is going to be at the end of this video, but we just came to check out Ben's rental because he's basically done. We're just waiting on the appraisal for his refinance. So I'm going to give you guys a tour if you guys remember what it looked like last time, and then you'll see what it looks like this time. So new roof. He's working on some grass right here, just going to fill in this gap. New fence. Got some shrubbery going on. So last time we were here, we were just starting construction, what, 2-3 weeks ago. We got carpet in. They fixed the missing tile that they had to replace for the foundation. Kitchen, Mr. Benjamin. Kitchen, looking good. New granite. His neighbor actually ended up giving him some appliances, and then he went and just bought a fridge from a used appliance. Painted the garage, looking nice and clean. And then back to the bedrooms. Just real simple, guys. Grayish blue paint with the white trim. Completed.
Bulbs don't even fit.
No bueno. In here, had to replace the window, new tile around the shower. Because this is the bad thing is it's only a 1.5, so you want this bathroom to look really nice. But even the half still looks good. This would be technically the master. This doesn't look bad. And let's go take a look back here.
Do you think I should keep it like this, or?
Oh, that one.
Yeah,
it just makes it
together.
Yeah, do you have these bulbs? More of these? I would do all these.
Oh, okay.
That's way brighter.
The mix is not good.
Yeah, it makes the room look and feel bigger.
Okay.
So waiting on appraisal. What are we looking at numbers all in? Because I know last video we did rough numbers. Where are we at now?
So to be exact, all in, I'm probably at about 104 all in. Strong comps are at 140 to 145, but I'm really hoping to get in the 150-ish range, just so I can get a better interest rate. Literally, that's what I'm fighting for right now, is the interest rate, to then in turn cash flow even more and everything. So we shall see.
Got you. So with the appraisal, hoping, say at 150, what would you be money out of pocket?
Honestly, money out of pocket, since I went a little beyond with the repairs a little bit, probably about 1,700 to 1,800, 2,000 being conservative out of pocket for this whole asset that I'm standing in right now. That's with upfront costs, refinance costs, because I'm refinancing under the 75%, so I'm able to put all that into the refinancing loan and everything. So it's a beautiful situation for sure.
And this is why you got to get in real estate, guys, because to be able to get a whole house under $5,000, and it's a beautiful thing, And when we go to the next property, you'll see why we're using it for bigger projects, and what we're about to get into as well. So stick around for that part. All right, guys, welcome to the video. I know this video is going to be all over the place, but my day kind of got shot. But I'm with Mr. Benjamin, and we're actually in the neighborhood. I'm about to show you guys. So we just picked up the property. I'm gonna show a clip here in just a second. These two new properties, which we just closed on a few days ago. And it's a very gentrifying area. There's construction going on everywhere. So we have this house right here, which has been redone recently. And there's still older homes, as you can see. And then you have this big one right here, straight new build, small lot. Our lots are actually bigger, but I mean, if it still goes up, like the values keep going up, eventually we could tear down and do something like this. But we're actually gonna turn the homes into Airbnb, so I'm gonna break that down in a little bit. But we're actually headed to another property which we just bought or signed the contract on sight unseen, so I'm gonna take you to that appointment as well and try to get some video. All right, guys, so we're actually out at a new property that we're helping Steven with, so I'm gonna give you guys a walkthrough of it, and then I'll break it down afterward.
No.
All right, guys, so we're leaving this property. I'm gonna let Mr. Benjamin break this deal down, how we found it, what's the numbers, and all that good shit, because we just walked it. As you guys can see, it's in pretty good condition.
Yeah, so it's a solid property. We actually got it from an individual who we've JV'd with before, Steven, and it was from a bandit sign. They reached out to him. I don't know the nitty-gritty details, but basically ARV is probably on the conservative side, 170, 175-ish, give or take.
We do have a pending for 185 though.
Correct. So we're gonna keep our eye on that, and that'll let us know what we need to do in regards to finishes, just level of rehab. So basically, Steven has it at 111. We're gonna pay him, in order for it to make more sense on our end, we're gonna pay Steven half up front before close or at closing, and then on the back end as well once we close on the property. So we're gonna get him, as of right now, we're gonna get him about 9,000, but unfortunately, there's a little property tax situation. And it all boils down to how it was just presented to the sellers. Unfortunately, he told the sellers that he was going to cover the property taxes as a whole. And typically, or 100%, we never do that at all. So yeah, that's what we're going to find out. We just need to find out how much it's going to be and then see if we can somehow finagle it to where we don't have to cover it.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Because normally another buyer, if it wasn't Steven and we weren't like helping him and, you know, we're all making money together, a buyer's not going to cover that. And a lot of how you explain things to sellers, saying less is more, and it's also about presentation. So we just always let sellers know that, you know, it's not on us to cover taxes. We have to pay our own taxes. They have to pay their taxes, and then they will be prorated the amount till that time in the year. So just something to think about, because, you know, I feel like when you're new, you go in rambunctious and you're like, I'm going to pay closing costs and I'll pay your taxes and everything. And realistically, you just need to keep your mouth shut and let them know you will cover closing costs, but, you know, sometimes they'll cover closing costs. So less is more. That's today's lesson.
100%.
All right, guys, so I finally made it back to my car. We're gonna go ahead to the title company right now to pick up a small check from a JV deal that I did this week. And then I'm gonna break down the Fifth Ward deal. I couldn't really talk about it earlier. There was just a lot going on. The tenants are still there. We were actually delivering the notice, letting them know the day they had to be out. So I'll break down how we're gonna handle that situation as well. But let's go get this money before the title company closes.